finally came full circle for me.
I'm already enjoying this interview. I mean, speaking of interviews, in a recent interview, you mentioned that you always get a lot of text messages from your family after your segments and your matches on NXT. How many text messages did you get after winning the title?
Oh, a lot. Yeah. Obviously nobody knew I was winning. And my mom likes to make fun of me all the time because I lose a lot of my matches. She's like, ah, you're gonna lose again, gonna lose again. I'm like, yeah, probably. And then I won. So she was like, oh my God. She was like crying. She
Oh,
was losing it. But yeah,
told
it's
you,
cool.
Mom. Told you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, thanks, Mom. You finally believed in me. Thank you.
Stephanie, my name's Sebastian. I'm a wrestling fan since 1990. Been working for WWE for about 15 years now. And I always say this is a show from a fan for the fans. And I've got pages of fan questions from Germany, Switzerland, Austria, from all over the world. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Bring it on.
First question is from Niels, and he writes, you are a rock star. Which three superstars from Raw and SmackDown would you choose to form a band?
A band? Ooh. Um, like a wrestling band or like a
A rock band.
music band? I don't know. I can't play any instruments. I tried to play guitar when I was younger,
Me
but
too.
I was not good at it. Um, damn, a band. That's a hard question. Um, I mean, I feel like look wise, me and Liv Morgan could look pretty cool together, similar styles. Like I feel like we're both from Jersey. I feel like we could have a good connection. So I'll go with Liv. I'm trying to think like who's musical. I don't even know
Got to bring back the
who's
honky tonk man.
yeah. Yeah, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do the honky tonk man. Maybe even bring back Elias. He could play guitar for me.
He's Elijah now. He's
Oh,
Elijah.
you're right. My bad. Elijah. But when he
Well,
was here, he was
okay.
Elias.
Okay.
So,
Fair point.
yeah.
Fair point. Another music question here from Lars. He writes, who are your favorite music artists?
I mean, okay, so I like all kinds of music.
Mhm.
So it honestly just depends on the mood I'm in. Like I grew up on rock and roll because my parents always listen to rock and roll. So like Guns N' Roses, Aerosmith, AC/DC. So if I'm in that kind of mood, that's my vibe. But right now I'm like obsessed with Kendrick Lamar, so he's like all I listen to right now.
Oh, what's the name of the album? Good Kid, Mad City is one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
And Mad City is my favorite track. It's always on my workout playlist
Yeah.
because it features MC8, and MC8 is one of the unsung West Coast gangster rap icons, I feel. And he brings all the good ones on his albums. I think Kendrick Lamar is such a great musician.
Yeah, he's kind of like a poet. Like he's
Yeah.
not like other rappers right now. Like everything he says, like you just feel it. Like I feel like I'm listening to poetry when I listen to him, and he like hypes me up for my matches. He's great.
And he combines different decades. He gets back old stars that you haven't heard of for a couple of years, and then he features new artists. I mean, his albums are so interesting and so
Yeah.
unconventional.
He's
And
on tour right now, but he's like not coming anywhere near me. Like I live in Florida and he's not coming to Florida. I'm so upset. I'm like, why are you coming here? Come see me.
I live in Germany. What am I supposed
No,
to say?
I think he's doing a lot of overseas
Oh, I
shows.
should
That's why I
go.
was so shocked. It's like all overseas shows. So he honestly he might be coming to you.
Well, I should figure that out. I should
You
figure that
should
out.
look into it. Send me videos if you go.
I will definitely. I will definitely send you some videos. A badass halftime show at the Super Bowl, by the way.
Yeah. I
Lovely.
know some people really hated it, but I really enjoyed it. I loved it.
People do people things, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
what can you say?
Yeah. You can't stop the haters.
Street Fighter wants to know, when did you start thinking about becoming a WWE superstar?
Oh, when I was a kid, like I've been watching wrestling since I want to say 6 years old. And I was just infatuated with it. I went to all the shows growing up. Anytime they were in town, my parents brought me to see the shows. I used to like get made fun of in high school for liking wrestling. They're like, "Aren't you too old for that?" I'm like, "No, it's awesome." So I feel like ever since I was a small kid, like I knew one day, like I'm gonna get to WWE and I'm gonna be a champion, and here I am.
Things happen.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was a kid, this guy here came to Germany quite
Is
often,
that Bushwhacker
and I
Luke?
yes,
I
and
love
I heard that
him.
he plays quite the role in your life. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I used to live on Clearwater Beach before I got signed to WWE, and he had a gym on the beach. So I would go to the gym, and he found out I was on the indies as a wrestler, and he was basically like, "You're way too skinny. Like, you don't look like a wrestler. You're not strong enough. Like, we need to put some muscle on you." But I was like, kind of poor at the time, so I couldn't really afford to take personal training. So he had a personal trainer that worked at his gym and he hired him to be my trainer. So every morning I would go to the gym, he would give me the personal training, and then I would go do my shoot job. But he helped me so much. Like he got me in shape. He like smartened me up about the business. And he's like one of my biggest fans. Like after my matches, he'll text me. He'll, talk to me about things. I think he's even I saw him last weekend and he was like, "Yeah, I hit up Sean." And I'm like, "What are you doing with my girl? Why aren't you doing things better for her?" I'm like, "Luke, stop. You're gonna get me in trouble. Don't text Shawn Michaels like that, please."
But it's very sweet of him, I gotta say. I mean, what a good dude. Sounds like a great guy.
Yeah, he's the best. I love him. He's such a good guy.
Shout out to Bushwhacker Luke, one of
Yeah.
my childhood heroes. I remember him licking kids' heads, and the kids would like stick their heads out. But then when they would recognize and realize that they would really lick their heads, they would stick their heads back in again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he always
that's
like
funny.
has anytime we take a picture together, he's like, "Choke me. You gotta choke me." I'm like, "Oh, all right."
That's old school wrestling right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling, Leon wants to know, how did you get into wrestling, JC?
So I have an older brother. He's 8 years older than me. And I kind of just followed him around like my whole childhood. I was obsessed with my brother. And he kind of randomly just started watching wrestling one day, and I just sat there and watched it with him because he was watching it. But then we both got obsessed with it, and that was kind of like our bond growing up. We had a big trampoline outside. We would put on matches out on the trampoline every night at sunset. Like we were obsessed with wrestling. So he's the one who really got me into it.
That's cool. That's very cool. My brother
Yeah.
always watched wrestling with me. Now he's a surgeon.
Okay.
You know, somebody made something out of their life in our family.
Yeah, yeah. My brother's a lawyer now, so he went the opposite direction, but
Still cool. It's still cool that you
yeah,
watch
very
wrestling with
cool.
your brother.
Yeah.
Um, you're from Jersey, right?
Yes.
Did you train at the Monster Factory? I think it's in New Jersey.
Um, no. So when I lived in New Jersey, I lived like in the middle of the woods, like on up
Okay.
right on the border of upstate New York and New Jersey. There was no wrestling by me whatsoever. Like, I guess you could go into New York City. Like, I trained a little bit in Queens, New York one summer, at House of Glory, I want to say. But I didn't really wrestle up there. Like, I moved to Florida when I was 19 to start wrestling because I didn't really have wrestling up there. So I left New Jersey to become a wrestler.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting. Steffi wants to know, do you have any advice for becoming as confident as you are?
Oh, that's a compliment. Thank you. Um, you know, I like to say just staying the course, like believing in yourself, knowing that when you work hard, eventually you're going to see a payoff and it's going to feel so sweet when that finally comes. But I feel like a lot of my career, I was kind of faking it till I made it. Like, there were a lot of times that I was so in my head and I was so scared and, second guessing myself. But I guess once I go through the curtain, I'm laser focused. So, I guess that's over time, you just build up confidence. You start to believe in yourself. And it's a process, though, for sure. Like, it doesn't come naturally for me, at least.
I see you on these NXT episodes, and I do a lot of the commentary here in Germany. And you strike me as one of these superstars who is always so cool, calm, and collected. When I was wrestling on the Indies, I mean, who am I? I wrestled for a couple of years, but I was never able to sleep afterwards, and I was always a nervous wreck before I walked out.
Yeah.
Can you can you see that, or is that
Yeah.
something that you can't
Yeah.
feel? I mean,
Actually, I won't name names, but like for a while, like people definitely backstage kind of poked fun at me because I would be so nervous, and they're like,
Really?
yeah, they're like, why are you so nervous? Like, you know what you're doing out there, you're fine. I'm like, yeah, but it's live TV, like anything can happen. Like
True.
there's so much going on, obviously. Um, so I was definitely like a nervous wreck for the first maybe like 2 years I was here. I feel like over the last year, I've really come into my own to where I don't feel like that anymore. Like I don't get super nervous. But it took a while, and people definitely made fun of me for that for a little bit. But I'm
That's
definitely
good to
more
hear.
cool, calm, and collected now. Yeah.
That's good to hear. You're human. You're human at last. Jules wants to know if there was a movie about your life, which genre would you like it to be?
Which genre would I like it to
Hmm.
be? Oh,
Like action,
um,
rom-com, sci-fi, what would it be?
damn, I have no idea. Definitely not sci-fi. I don't know. What's like reality TV but a movie? What genre is that?
That's a good idea. Let's make it a reality TV series. We can earn more money because there are more seasons and more episodes. That's
Yeah,
smart. That's pretty smart.
yeah. Like I feel like documentaries and stuff. It's like whatever.
Yeah, a
But
bit
reality
boring.
TV, I could. We could have a couple seasons with my life. I could keep it
Yeah,
interesting.
give me a call.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie, by the way?
My favorite movie.
Or TV series?
So well, TV series is The Office.
Hmm.
Absolutely. I watch The Office literally every single day. Like there is not a day that doesn't go by that I don't watch at least one episode of The Office. Movie wise, maybe Bridesmaids. Like that movie never gets old to me. That movie is so funny to me. But that's like a comedy movie. I don't know serious wise what movie. Maybe the Titanic, but like I feel like that's such a weird movie to say because it's really depressing.
That's a classic.
Yeah, I love the Titanic. Anything about the Titanic is so fascinating to
I
me.
never understood at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert! He dies, she doesn't. Why doesn't he crawl?
Spoiler.
Why doesn't he crawl up to her and they're both rescued? Why does he drown? There's nothing
Yeah,
romantic
she
about
was so
drowning.
selfish. Like, let him on the damn
Come
door.
on,
You could have balanced,
give
like,
him a couple of inches or
yeah,
take turns. I mean,
something. Yeah. You know what? She was the villain in that movie. In so many
exactly.
ways, she was evil. And then when
Selfish.
she got brought back on the boat when she was like an old lady and she threw the diamond into the ocean, I'm like, this man has been searching the ocean for years looking for this diamond. You have it. And instead of giving it to him, you just threw it into the ocean? That's so mean.
Bad
Like, damn, help this
manners.
guy.
That's
He brought
bad
you back.
manners.
Help him. Yeah.
I don't understand it, but at least you
Yeah.
don't too.
Yeah. But it's a
Fiona
good
writes, scenario. Fatal Influence is planning a summer party. Which NXT superstar would you want to have on your planning committee?
planning committee. Wendy Chu. She's a great planner. She plans everything at the PC. Like we had a
and,
baby shower for one of our coaches the other day. She planned the whole thing. She's a great organized planner. I'm booking Wendy Chu.
and she has a pillow with her. You never
Yeah.
know.
We could take a nap while we're planning. She might bite me. I don't know. But
Something.
it'll be fun.
Something.
Something. Something.
Bryson wants to know, what does it mean to you to be the NXT Women's Champion and to lead the best women's division in the world?
It feels amazing. I feel like I worked really hard to get to this position. I've been in NXT for about 4 years, so I've seen so many people come and go. I've seen people get pushed ahead of me straight to main roster. Like, I feel like I've been through multiple different eras of NXT and it keeps getting better and better. So I've had to up my game more and more. And just to now be champion and be the leader of all this, it's just validation that everything that I'm doing is working. And, they trust me. And that's like the biggest compliment ever in this business is to be trusted with something like this.
Great answer. It's the title that Asuka held, that Charlotte Flair held, Bailey, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. I could go on and on. What I'm implying is there A lot of pressure. I mean, it's obviously pressure, but how much pressure is there? That's the correct question, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure because of the lineage that you just said, but also because I feel like people really still underestimate me as a
Mm.
solo competitor because this is the first time they're seeing me as a solo competitor. So I think there's a lot of doubters and people, have been on me a lot like, you don't deserve this. You shouldn't be in this position. You're just a tag team wrestler. And it's like, no, you just haven't seen this side of me yet. But I'm gonna, change your vision of what you think of me. And I think that alone is a lot of pressure on top of now I'm carrying this division, which is the best women's division in the world. But I'm ready for the task. Like, I'm ready for any opponent, anytime. I'm going to defend this title and I'm going to be champ for a while.
Interesting answer. Interesting. Freddie wants to know, do you remember how you felt right after winning the title, and how did you celebrate?
um, so, probably not the answer you think I'm going to say. I kind of like that whole night to me is such a blur, like a very vivid blur. I think, I don't know if I was just like trying not to get in my own head or like I'm just on autopilot the whole time, but like from the day I walked in the PC that morning till the minute I left, like I was just like, go, 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 like stay focused, like blinders up. So I feel like when I won, like it almost didn't even feel like I won. Like it really didn't hit me until a couple days later. And I didn't really celebrate because the next morning I had to be up at 9 a.m. to go to training. So like there wasn't really much celebrating. It was kind of just like, okay, I won. Now back to business, back to training, back to the normal regimen.
Wow. Interesting, very interesting. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Henry wants to know, do you feel that the title has already changed you in any way? Maybe being even more confident or feeling more ruthless?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely feel more confident, especially like knowing that I have like the company is trusting me to hold down the division. That makes me feel really good, makes me feel confident in my abilities. And now I feel like I get to show a more ruthless side, a more dominant side than you probably haven't seen from me in a while. I feel like the last little glimpse of it was when I turned on Gigi back in the day, like a couple years ago. You kind of got a little taste of it, but then nothing really happened after that. So now I feel like I can take it to the next level and show a side that nobody has seen from me yet. So I'm excited about that.
In the Ultimate Fighting Championship, they always say when you're the champ, it makes you 30% better. Would you agree?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's making me think differently, move differently. Um, it just changes everything. I feel like you instantly go from here to here. Like I'm on a different playing field now.
Different aura. Nadine asks, you offered Lainey Reed a championship match on the latest episode of NXT. Have you always been so generous?
No, no. I feel like usually I would run away from a title shot because I don't want to lose my title. But like I said, this is a different me now. So if you think you can step to me, I will give you the chance and show you that you cannot.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Pia has a great question here. How special is it for you to defend your title at WWE
Oh,
Evolution?
it's super cool. I'm really excited about that. Um, I remember watching the first Evolution pay-per-view and I was like, this is groundbreaking, like an all women's show. Like WWE's never done that before. It's been years since we've done that. And, we always say NXT is the best women's division in the entire world. So I'm so happy that they're having NXT be a part of this
Mhm.
so we can show what our division is all about to an audience that maybe hasn't seen us yet. And the fact that I get to represent us on that show, like, that's huge for me. And I'm really excited and I'm not taking it lightly.
There are a lot of questions about this. For example, this one here from Marion. She writes, you have 8 potential opponents for Evolution. Is there someone you would like to compete against the least?
The least, as in, like, I'm the most scared of them. Um, I mean, I guess Lash Legend because she's just such a powerhouse. I feel like anybody would be scared to go against her because she's so strong and she's tall, she's everything, you know,
Mm.
she's very intimidating. So I guess she would be my toughest opponent out of the eight that are in the tournament, but I still welcome her to come try to take the title off me.
It's very flattering, I guess, because you are the first name that has been announced so far for Evolution. Does that like ignite a feeling of pride in you?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Because I think everybody for a while was thinking like there were rumors about the Evolution pay-per-view, but it hadn't been confirmed yet. And then when it did get confirmed, there was rumors that like NXT wasn't even going to be a part of it. Like it was just going to be a main roster show. So then when they announced this past Tuesday, everybody in the locker room is super happy about it. Like just to have NXT be a part of that, like that's a huge win for us.
That's cool. This is interesting. Paola writes, would you rather have popcorn, champagne, or both to watch the Eliminator matches in the upcoming 2 weeks?
Definitely both. It's gonna be like a movie, you know? I'll have my little popcorn, I have my champagne to wash it down. I'll be feeling nice. I want both. And I want a VIP seat for it.
That's a great question. Kaylee with another question here. Is there anyone from the whole roster that you have never faced before, but who you would love to face for the very first time?
Whole roster, like just NXT or Raw and
Raw and
SmackDown?
SmackDown, NXT, you name it.
Yeah, I mean,
TNA.
I've been on SmackDown twice. So I got to work like Natty, Sonia, but she's not here anymore. I've worked a few people from main roster, but I definitely would love to get in the ring with Liv
Hmm.
Morgan. I think like we have such similar wrestling styles, so I feel like we could put on a banger.
You mentioned her a couple of times now. Is she someone you look up to?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like she was also in factions and I feel like when she was with Riot Squad or whatever like you could see she had so much potential to be a breakout star, but some people didn't see it at the time and she had to really work to have that breakout moment and then once she did, like she's the it girl of WWE right now. And that's what I'm trying to be. So if I could kind of follow in her footsteps, like that I'd be super happy. I think she's super talented and I would love to get in the ring with her.
There was a time when she just came into her own, for a lack of a better term. I mean, at the beginning she was the nice girl, but then something happened, a flip switched and a switch flipped and it's so interesting to see her now. I
Yeah.
mean the development. I mean she's a record setting tag team champion, won singles championships, and a battle between you and Liv would be the Battle of Jersey,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's another thing. We're both from Jersey, like not too far away from each other. Like our stories are so similar. And actually, like I remember going up to do main event on main roster and it was at a time where I like wasn't feeling super confident about myself. Like I want to say I was in like Chase U at the time. So I was kind of just like floating around a little bit. And I remember asking her like when you were in a faction trying to break out on your own, like were you frustrated? Like how did you handle it? What would you tell me to do to get out of not get out of my situation, but to improve my situation to like show them more of me? And she gave me great advice and she was basically like just stay the course, like you have a good look, you're doing everything right, like your time will come. Just be patient, be ready. So, yeah.
Cool, very cool. This is a cool question from Luis. He writes, how would you describe Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix with one word each?
One word each. I mean, the first word, this doesn't really describe Fallon at all, but the first word that comes to my mind is yeehaw. She just like, you know, my little country cowboy. Jasmine, she's like the secret weapon. That's two words, but
It's one
she's
term.
like our little secret weapon. Yeah, like she's working hard in the dark. So one day when she breaks out, I think she's gonna surprise a lot of people.
She's an intriguing character, and I think she was a former soccer player, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she was. She's very athletic. She's very talented. She picks things up like so fast. Like I'll be like, "Hey, you should try this move real quick." And then
Ooh,
she's never seen the move, she's never done the move. She does it perfectly on the first try. I'm like, "Okay, well,
that's
there you go."
talent. That's talent.
Yeah.
Are you a soccer fan by any chance?
Not really. I feel like I've never really watched soccer. I was a baseball fan.
What's your favorite team?
New York Yankees.
Okay, classic,
You don't
classic.
like that
I,
answer. You're like,
I,
"Oh, okay."
I'm not a baseball guy. I can't judge. I can't judge.
Yeah.
I just heard CM Punk's promo on Raw where he said, "Are you more Boston Red Sox than a New York Yankee, John Cena?" And I think he was implying that the New York Yankees are not the team to like.
Well, so the Yankees and the Red Sox are enemies. Like, we do not like each other. The fans do not
Right.
like each other.
Okay.
There's always been a New York-Boston rivalry, so that's where that comes
Okay,
from.
so that's kind of the same that is with the Knicks and the Celtics, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I see. I see. Eugen writes, after having accomplished so much on NXT and now being the NXT Women's Champion, what other goals do you have?
Um, Obviously to make it to main roster, I'd love to finally break out and be on Raw or SmackDown. At this point, that would be my biggest goal. My goal before that, I always said I would kind of be upset if I never won the title and then went straight to main roster. Like I feel like I hadn't accomplished everything that I wanted to here. But now that I have this, like my next goal is to get to main roster.
Lorenzo wants to know, have you ever been to Germany or Europe in general, and where would you love to go?
I have never. I I mean, I guess I've left the country. I've gone to Canada, but that like doesn't really count. So I've never really been overseas at all. So one day when I get to go, I want to see everything. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not very cultured, I guess. I've never been really out of the States.
I would love to see you on a WWE live show here in Germany. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Hopefully that
Yeah.
happens.
It will. We're going to set it out into the universe now.
Yeah,
JC
please.
Jane is
Thank
coming to
you.
Germany in 2026.
That's right.
It's a
That's
fact
right.
now. It's a
It's a
fact
fact.
now.
It's gonna happen.
Action, what a nickname here, wants to know, do you collect your own trading cards and how cool is that?
I do not collect my own trading cards. Usually I see them like fans will bring them to shows to have me sign them, and a lot of the times that's the first time I'm seeing the cards. I'm like, "Oh wow, when did this come out? That's cool." Sometimes we get them in bulk, but we'll sign them and like send them back in. So I really don't get to keep them unless fans bring them to me. But it is cool how many different ones there are, and like sometimes when people bring them to me, I'm like, it's kind of surreal to be on a trading card like that.
Yeah, I guess. This is a great question. Tanya sent this one in. Imagine NXT the musical, in which every promo sounds like a musical. Who would you love to see perform, and who would surprise everyone with an incredible show?
Like on the roster, you mean?
Exactly.
Um, well, I mean, we've already kind of seen Trick rap, so he'll definitely be in the musical.
Mm.
Lash also loves to just belt out in singing all the time. Like she'll just be,
Skirt!
yeah, like she'll be in the locker room and she'll just randomly start like high pitched singing something, and you're like, what the heck? What are you doing? So definitely Lash is gonna be in that musical. Yeah, she's the singer of the group.
I feel like Ariana Grace should be in some sort of role.
Yeah, she would be the one that's like always off pitch, that you're like, stop singing.
Get
Go
out!
away. Yes, that would be Ariana.
Leonard writes, how special was it to get the face mask from Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. So they like, I remember I had just, I wasn't even cleared. Like I was off TV for like 4 or 5 weeks because I had to get surgery. And then they were like, well, we can get you back on TV if you wear this protective mask. I'm like, yes, give me the mask, get me back on TV. Like I'll figure it out as I go. And then the next week they're like, we have a special guest coming to see you. I'm like, special guest? Like, who's coming? I had no idea. And then he showed up that day. I was like, That's for me, like it was that was crazy because I remember watching him in the mask growing up, like the smoke and mirrors, all that stuff. Like I was a fan back in the day. So 10 years later for him to come and give me the exact same mask, like it was crazy. It still had the crack in it from when he got hit in the face. Like it was the real deal. It was cool.
I remember those times in 2010 when he wore that mask. I hosted my first WWE live event in Graz, Austria. And of course, he put the brown bag on me. He did that to people back then, so I will never
Yeah.
forget that. Yeah,
Yeah.
full circle moment now.
Yeah.
Cody,
I tried to pitch doing the brown bag thing after the mask. I was like, can I start putting like brown bags over ugly people's faces? We never got that far in the storyline. I don't know why, they said no to all that. I don't really remember, but I did ask to do that.
keep asking, keep asking.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day if I ever break my nose again, which I hope never
Oh,
happens, but if it does, I'll pitch it
fingers
again.
crossed, fingers
Yeah.
crossed. And that's coming from somebody who broke their nose three
Three,
times, so fingers
three
crossed.
times.
Three times, yeah.
Damn.
I have like this deviated septum on this side,
Same.
and I gotta take, yeah. You know the
Yeah.
drill. Anyway, I don't have
Yeah,
to
mine
tell you.
actually never got fixed like that. So mine was shattered in three places, and they basically were like, your nose is so broken that like we just have to make it straight first, and then if you want to have another surgery, you can come back and we'll fix the septum. But
Exactly.
I never had the second surgery, so I can't breathe out of my nose at all.
The left side, I can't breathe any air, but the right side is kind of okay. So I'm just pushing that to the future,
Yeah,
the
same.
surgery.
I'm like a mouth breather now. It's really bad. Yeah.
That was fantastic, JC. I want to thank you so much, and I don't want to steal any more of your time, but you have to promise to come back. This was a lot of fun for me.
Of course. Anytime you want me on, you just let me
Oh,
know.
that's what I want to hear. And I want to see you in Germany next year. We're going to send that
Yep.
out into the universe again.
It's gonna happen. It's
JC
gonna happen.
Jane is coming to Germany
Tell
sometime.
everyone I'm coming.
So thank you so much, and have a great title run. I'm rooting for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Till next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.